What is up, gamers? We're going to try to keep this intro relatively brief so we can jump into this absolute gauntlet of retro NES game challenges. We are your commentators. I'm spikevegeta, joined by my good friend SuperSonic. Let's get a massive one big round of applause for all four of our amazing runners. I got far left, from left to right, Skybilz, authorblues, EpicCrossover, and GTAce, all legends of the speedrunning community. With that being said, I'll throw out one more thing. Charbunny, if we ever get any big fatty donations that come in, just cut us off, because that would be cool. We got to get that Kaizo Mario World 3 met. So with that being said, all of our runners, are you ready? That's great, because we're going to count down with me, crowd, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go! All right, so again, the structure of this is the Legendary Trial. It is a compilation of 13 of the greatest challenges in this pack. Starting off here with probably the biggest piece of RNG, we have got the original, the classic, one of them that started it all, Donkey Kong.
Yeah, so we're going to see our runners here trying to avoid these barrels as they're trying to climb these ladders as well. There are some speedrun strats that you can do in the game itself, but however, in the Nintendo World Championships, they're going to rewind you back and say, oh, this is not allowed to do it, so.
Yeah, there's a lot of tricks that are either completely patched out, or if you try to go that too far, then the challenge will naturally just rewind you. We're seeing a death right there on GTAce's side, and that is just going to few seconds. That's generally going to be the name of the game here. There's not going to be a high amount of punishment, so all of our players are generally going to try to play very, very aggressive right here. Looks like GTAce and authorblues reaching the top. Skybilz there, EpicCrossover able to get up as well. Got one final level here in Donkey Kong, and that's right, that's how fast these are going to go. They have got to knock out all 8 of these yellow tiles while avoiding these little, I don't know that, I'm going to call them potaboos that walk around. The potaboos of the land. So with that, yeah.
It kind of seemed like that, actually.
So with that being said, as they finish up, we're about to try to get to our second game here in Metroid. I'm going to go ahead and ask Charbunny, do we got one quick donation?
Absolutely, $25 from Nolan414, who says, good luck, GTAce and EpicCrossover.
Awesome. Thank you all so much. authorblues, our leader, going into Metroid right here. Now, for the purpose of Metroid is we have got the escape sequence. They have got to try to maximize these jumps. In a lot of ways, this comes off as one of the most straightforward of the challenges they're going to be doing. We're just jumping a lot, but there is a lot of optimization to come from minimizing the amount of air time you have while landing on each of the platforms. There's also potentially a little bit of almost like sub-pixel-like jumps here, where sometimes you can do the exact same jump and become just short. But authorblues, that being said, making it look super easy. GTAce right behind with EpicCrossover. Skybilz getting up there as well. Now we go into Super Mario Brothers 2.
So in Super Mario Brothers 2, we're going to be playing as Mario in this level, which is actually not one of the best characters in this game.
Maybe the worst.
Yeah, probably the worst. So we're just going to go through 1-1 here. authorblues is going to go for a strat in which he will go inside a hitbox of the Shy Guy and try to get a double jump to go into a higher portion of the level. They will be doing a damage boost strat with the bomb to break open the wall so they can access the boss course. There's a double jump right there by authorblues. Very nicely done. GTAce also gets it as well.
Yeah, between very early on here, the third of the 13 challenges, they're both going to like to go for a damage boost right here. Simply jump up and transition that into the next fight. Here we got Birdo.
Yeah, so every 256 frames, Birdo is going to be shooting an egg. So that is like the cycle that they're trying to aim for. So we need 3 hits on Birdo to get the orb that is stuck in her belly. So she's going to have to spit that out in order for Mario to go through the door in the, whatever that bird face thing.
Orb.
Yeah, GTAce gets through that. Now we're heading into Balloon Fight. Balloon Fight is 3 phases in the game. So they're going to try to get through all 3 phases as quickly as possible. So they're just going to crash through these enemies here. There's the first phase done for GTAce. Now the second phase, there's like 3 enemies in the middle row and then 2 on the top.
Yeah, for the most part, Balloon Fight is relatively straightforward in that you want to just take out all of the enemies. You can catch a lot of them before they actually effectively wake up and they start moving around. Once they do, things can become very erratic and very easily lose you a lot of time. So the more you can get effectively on wake up, the better off you are.
Yeah,
It's like authorblues taking back a very slight lead. First one to get to this last screen of Balloon Fight. Again, this is challenge already number 4 of 13 for you all.
All right, so coming up, our next challenge is Zelda 1. We're going to be going into level 1. So in this case, we don't have to grab the bow in this level. We just have to grab the keys to open the doors and then go into Aqua Menace and defeat it to get the Triforce. So you're gonna see they're gonna be damage boosting into the Stalfos here to grab the key. You don't have to like kill it because like, you know, they're skeletons and they're just bones.
Right.
You can just go right through them. So we're gonna see what kind of Stalfos pattern they get here. If it's like pretty much grouped together, they can get like pretty quick kills here. And this is gonna drop a key in this room, which is vital.
Yeah, for the most part, Zelda 1 is you're trying to have an absolute mastery of the combat, understanding the Stalfos will mostly keep in a relatively linear up and down motion with theirs, not a lot of diagonals or anything like any other enemies. So from there, it's all grid-based combat. Nice job by EpicCrossover. A very, very quick balloon fight right there to jump into Zelda 1 with all the rest of our runners. Now, I know Skybilz was popping off. She just got a personal best in this challenge. This one right here in Zelda 1, right before, literally, she was sitting right over there, showing off her newly found skills.
All right, so we're seeing Sky is in the NSU room. She's gonna try to stab the Stalfos to get some iframes to grab the key really quickly. And then here we have GTAce into Aqua Menace. It's gonna take 6 sword stabs to kill it.
Yeah, he's sitting there with plenty of health. If you take any damage from the fireballs, that's gonna be half a heart. Body damage, just 1. Looks like Auth is getting right behind him, so he can get right into that door very quickly. Very, very close race right here, going into the 6th challenge for GTAce and authorblues, but now going into Ice Climbers. I played this for the first time last night. This controls awfully.
Yeah.
I got a C. You can't do worse than a C. But I am told C's get degrees. But here, there's a lot, believe it or not, in a game based on ice, you have a lot of slipperiness going on right here. Just here in a couple of jumps, they're gonna enter the bonus stage where they gotta catch this big bird at the end. I don't know, we'll call him Big Bird.
It's like a condor.
Yeah, that's more accurate.
Yeah, sometimes you just lose momentum while you're in the air. They have very strange jump mechanics in this game. Yeah, Ice Climber's just a game, you know.
Yeah, very easily. authorblues with a very solid 35. GTAce potentially gonna have to wait another cycle right here. Gonna move to the other side. This Condor, given the troubles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so right there, that was actually an intentional death by GTAce to try to get a rewind right there. GTAce able to get out, allowing Skybilz to start catching up quite a bit. And also to point out, these single tile jump throughs are very, very precise, actually. So with that being said, we have also got Super Mario Brothers 3 right here. My God. I was looking at the wrong screen. My bad. There's so much going on. There's so much Super Mario Brothers 3. Tell me a little bit about SM3.
So, Super Mario Brothers 3, the main thing is P speed. So you see like on the bottom of the screen, there's like 6 triangles and the letter P in there. So they're trying to build up their P speed to get, you know, really fast speed. The game checks every other frame to make sure that you're on the ground in order to get a triangle filled up for P speed. So we're going to be utilizing a lot of the strats in many of these levels here because they're fairly short. So. And another thing to note, we cannot go grab the warp whistle in this level, in the fortress. You actually have to go into fight Boom Boom. Otherwise, if you try to go above, then the game's not gonna let you. It's just gonna rewind you.
Yeah, Super Mario Brothers 3 is also one of those in this challenge because it's Beat World 1. You have access to the Fire Flower, you have access to the Nuki suit. You might see all of our different runners elect for slightly different routes. You see GTAce here picking up the Fire Flower. Some of our runners, we got authorblues on the bottom left, electing to stay small, but pick up the Fire Flower later on. I know Sky's talked about potentially picking up the Tanuki suit. We got EpicCrossover, who likes to just stay small the entire time. So lots of different potential creativity you can bring to the routing process, whatever ultimately gets you the dub and gets you across the finish line first.
Yeah, as you can see with the Fire Flower, it gives you an advantage with Boom Boom because you shoot 5 fireballs to kill it. Otherwise, you have to stomp on them 3 times, which is a little slower.
Well, we're moving through this world. Time for a donation?
Let's go for it.
Got $25 from Bridget Endeavor, who says, "Thank you, authorblues and Skybilz. Your streams and communities inspire kindness and positivity, even when times and games are less than stellar. It's not a stretch to say that you helped me during my diagnosis and treatment for leukemia. The 19th will be the 2nd anniversary of cancer losing its battle with me. Let's all make sure cancer loses many more battles to come." Thank you so much.
Very scary potential jump. Let's see what strategy authorblues elects to go for here. Rocking the lead in this race. Can Small Mario go for this big jump, wiggling back and forth with his P-speed to jump again, jump off another one, and get to the end with a big old bottomless pit on the bottom.
Yeah, Skybilz actually elects to grab the raccoon leaf in this level, so that way she could just fly across. You know, she gets P-speed as well, so she's just going to take the safer approach here, which is very good in this situation as well.
Yeah, and the final level before we jump into the one and only auto-scroller we'll be having right here. And Charbunny, I just said auto-scroller. I think you know what that means for us.
Does that mean donations? I'm so excited.
Let's do it.
Yep.
All right, we have $100 from Justin Dark, who says, had to donate during Nintendo World Championships. Shout out to my daughter Julia, who is watching at home. Let's get more Kaizo. And I'm excited to say we are over $20,000 towards that bonus game right now. Thank you so much, everyone. Keep those donations coming. We also have $5 from the Maverick Girl, who says, NES World Championships, now we're speedrunning with power. Good luck to all the runners. I'm looking forward to a truly legendary run. P.S. Take my $5 ticket to the Kaizo Dono train. Ooh, I like that. Chat, do you want to get on this $5 donation train for our bonus game? Go ahead and throw those in at 15 minutes on the timer. I want to see that train rolling out of the station.
Oh. Ooh. authorblues is having a little bit of trouble on the boss fight here.
Yeah, and one thing that's really scary about Super Mario Bros. 3 is they were like, what if you have 2 iframes? So you can see yourself chain into other hits very, very quickly. Either way, authorblues still able to get it, grabbing that one, making sure he stays at the bottom of the screen, because it's not about how high up you grab it, it's about how close you are to the bottom. Once you scroll off screen, that's gonna transition you into the load zone. So as soon as the king grabs the wand right here, we will be seeing authorblues with the lead, 7 games out of our 13 deep, popping that sucker, nice number right there. Going into Excitebike, which might be one of the most challenging games here in the entire pack. This is one of those where very commonly, just the way this one controls, trying to get a lot of speed, but then being able to tap back at the last second. If you are leaning fully forward on the frame where you land, you will wipe out 100% of the time. So they're having to manipulate that and tap back at the very last frame to keep this going. This is easily one of the biggest levels that can turn into a blow up in this entire challenge. authorblues described it to me last night. All of a sudden, you go for 1 rewind, that can very easily turn into a 2nd and a 3rd rewind from just how things can snowball, where it rewinds you back to, because you can't just rewind back to a comfortable position. It has a set distance it will set you back. So far, our 3 runners in there, EpicCrossover just right behind, taking on our boss right here, and nicely done by EpicCrossover. All 4 of our runners through 7 out of 13 games.
Yeah, Excitebike is a pretty tricky game in order to understand the mechanics and everything. It's definitely a rough one out there in the collection.
What's a lot easier is donating $21,000 towards that bonus game now. Keep those donations coming. GTQ.gg/donate.
All right, so here we are in Kirby's Adventure. This is actually the 2nd to last level in the main game. So we're gonna see our runners pretty much dashing across and, you know, taking damage boosts, and then they'll be sliding off the ledges to maintain their speed. So it's a fairly long level, but it's really cool in terms of tech.
Yeah, these last couple levels end up being a little bit chunkier. Again, we're going to be having an entire run of Super Mario Brothers coming up. We've got the whole first dungeon of Zelda 2, and we get this whole movement showcase of Kirby. For the most part there, you're going to be seeing we've got 6 total health for each of them. There's also damage boosts, like you're saying, SuperSonic, that they're going to want to allot in different positions to save that time. Occasionally, they can suck up an enemy in order to just get rid of other enemies. Like right there from authorblues, that was actually just to reduce lag, because it's actually a very accurate representation of what they would have been on the original NES version. So lag reduction, even here in 2025, still a thing.
Yeah, these are pretty much like the same exact copies as the original games, just emulated by Nintendo.
We've got it. A very, very close race here. This is very exciting. I know a lot of both authorblues and Skybilz are sitting here in 1st and 2nd-ish. I mix up who's in which position. But we've got very, very close race here at the top for these couple, because you've obviously got GTAce, one of the most well-known Super Mario Brothers 1 speedrunners in the world. I guarantee you Auth and the other racers would like to build up a little bit of a lead going into that sucker. And that is authorblues still maintaining the lead going into our 10th challenge, as we're going to be taking on another one of the most brutal challenges in here. We got Kid Icarus.
So caretakers, we are in a dungeon level, so we're gonna go all the way to the boss fight and then try to defeat it as fast as possible. This can be very challenging because you want to maintain as much health as possible. There will be an instance where you may have to go into the hot spring to refill a little bit of health in case you feel like you need a little more just for the boss fight itself. We will be seeing a strat from the runners where they will be shooting multiple arrows pretty quickly by pretty much alternating down and B as quickly as possible to get a lot of hits in on the boss fights.
Yeah, it almost doubles the rate of fire if you're able to effectively cancel the end lag animation. So again, we have got on your bottom left, authorblues in first place right now. If you're looking at the health, it's in the bottom middle part. Now that is not just one hit. You see it sort of ticks off to the side, looking like authorblues moving off to the left side here, moving through the level. We got GTAce up at your top left in second place with Skybilz in bottom right in third place, and then EpicCrossover near the end of Kirby's Adventure. Electing to pick up some health there, down to 1 health himself.
All right, looks like Author is going to be approaching the boss room very soon here. Also, got to watch out for the eggplants because that will rewind you.
Yeah, gonna potentially like to go in with very little health. I know Auth likes to play a very aggressive style here where he might get rewound a lot, but he's just going to try to get as many hits as he can without losing any health. We'll see if Sky likes to refill her health at all, or GTAce.
All right, so here's the boss fight right here. So we're going to utilize down and B alternately. See, like the boss HP is just dwindling down really quickly here. Just get him in a stun lock here.
Oh, very good juggle here from Auth.
There we go.
Beautifully done. Auth keeping it rolling. These are all your games right here at the end, man. Tell me about Lost Levels.
So, Lost Levels, we're playing as Luigi, in which he jumps really high.
Woo!
It's like ice physics as well. So, we're playing 8-2 here. So, this is actually a level in which it'll loop over and over again if you don't find the secret vine here. So, you got to bounce off this Koopa to hit that vine block, and it'll take you to the sky, basically, and then you're at the end of the level. That's all you got to do in this one.
Yeah, it's a really... Now, it is inherently one of the more punishing challenges we could be doing, because if you are a little slow getting to hit that block, then all of a sudden you're not able to get up to it and you have to do an entire extra loop of the stage. Obviously not what you want to see. We're here in our penultimate challenge. authorblues the first to get there. We have got GTAce trying to get through the boss right here. Got him down to 30 health and a little bit of a rewind loop. Skybilz taking the lead right here for second place. Gonna be our second challenger getting into Lost Levels.
So now Authorblues is in Zelda 2. This is the Parappa Palace here. Not Parappa the rapper, but you know.
That's exactly where my brain went.
Yeah, so this is called Parappa Palace. So those tin suits, which are just kind of charging at you, they actually take away experience, but they're just constantly moving forward. You also got Stalfos right there that we've seen in Zelda 1 as well. There are bots, and those move completely random. They're the most ridiculous enemies in the game. Usually what you would like to do is if you have beams, when you have full health, you can just throw a sword beam and it'll stun them in place.
Seeing GTAce with that slick movement. He's a little bit familiar with this style of gameplay here in the Super Mario Bros. Universe. Gonna be the third one to enter Zelda 2. In terms of tech or mechanics or anything you have in Zelda 2, you do have actually access to your shield spell, but that's all they give you here. And effectively allows you to have effectively about double defense. Potentially could utilize that going into, let's give it a applause for EpicCrossover right there. Going to the 11th challenge, really not too far behind with a big SMB1 and Zelda 2 here at the end. But yeah, effectively giving you the double health from utilizing the shield spell. From there, you want to use your jump attack a lot because that can just keep you moving forward as opposed to just stopping and stabbing them. So as much as you can see that, you can see authorblues applying that tech right there. They do not have access to the down stab at all, just to note.
Something else moving us forward is $4,000 coming in from Gravity Pike, who says, okay, chat, we call this one Cancer Skip, and if we pull it off, we'll actually save several years. Thank you so much for that incredibly generous.
$4,000 doozies.
Woo! And we got a fun one here, $33.20 from Tristan Cade, who says, it felt appropriate to donate my own legendary trial time during the run. That's a creative one. If anyone else wants to jump in there, that'd be fantastic.
All right, we see authorblues actually grabbing life there to refill his heart or his life meter. So you see that on the HUD there, there's different numbers on there. So those are their levels. So they have attack 3 currently, which will give them a little more damage to deal. Magic 2, it gives them an opportunity to cast shield, and life 3 is like, so they'll take reduced damage as well. So here we're gonna see Horsehead. This boss fight, It's pretty simple. You just got to jump and stab him on the head. Just make sure he doesn't go off screen.
His name's Horsehead?
That is his name.
Man, they really did not think about that one too much. All right, but that being said, authorblues keeping him on screen. Very quick kill right there. authorblues might be able to go the distance with this one, but all he's got left is Super Mario Brothers 1 from start to finish. It will make you do an entire any percent run. 8 levels from glory here for authorblues.
All right, so you guys may have seen Super Mario Brothers earlier this week with me, GTAce, Scalpel, and Jeremy MKW. In this case, there's going to be some minor differences here. So we will not be able to do the wrong warp in 4-2. We also cannot do clipping through walls or anything like that of that nature. So this may seem like pretty much glitchless. So we have to grab the vine block in 4-2 to go to the warp zone. So we're going to see authorblues go for fire in this game. Once GTAce gets here, he's going to go small only, and I believe Skybilz and EpicCrossover will also do fire strats in Mario 1.
Yeah, obviously, you are, needless to say, very experienced Super Mario Brothers 1. How would you compare, the real differences between getting the Fire Flower and staying Small Mario? Are there advantages and disadvantages to both?
So by staying as Small Mario, you can pretty much just blaze through every level pretty quickly. But with Fire Flower, it gives you the safety of, taking damage very much. So, you can shoot the fireballs, although I kind of shot the fireball a little too late there. So he ended up taking damage on the Piranha Plant, but that's okay. He can still get power-ups back. There's plenty of backups that you can utilize to get the Fire Flower back. GTAce is pretty much gonna utilize his skills from the NES version of it. And he'll be utilizing the pipe jumps and things like that for 1-2, 8-1, so on and so forth.
EpicCrossover dealing with the drumstick chucker here. Very nicely done. And taking the smart health upgrade right there that you get from those 300 EXP points. Nice jump attack chain right here from EpicCrossover here nearing the end of Zelda 2. Going into the boss fight, we got one more Horsehead to take down. Electing to use that shield spell, as you can see. Oh, utilizing a strat where he's trying to get him potentially on the left side of the screen. Get out to take what he can get at this point.
Yeah, Horses is not playing nice here.
Oh, not.
All right, so here authorblues is going to be re-grabbing his power-ups in 4-2 here. GTAce.
Go, let's go.
Yep.
Woo!
All right, everyone is in the final game now.
We're all to the final video game, Super Mario Brothers 1. Ooh, authorblues having some rewinds right here. Again, if there is a game that GTAce and others would like to see right here for an opportunity, nice 5-minute long run. And again, GTAce, one of the greatest Super Mario Brothers 1 player in the world, as we demonstrated earlier this week. Make sure to check out that Super Mario Brothers 1 simultaneous time attack race. That was incredible.
All right, so now we're going to be heading into World 8 with authorblues here. GTAce is coming up pretty quickly here, and so is Skybilz. So it's a very close race for 1, 2, and 3 here.
Yeah, GTAce and Skybilz right on top of each other at this point. We got EpicCrossover through 1-1 himself and 7 levels away from the end as well.
Want to really quickly shout out that 15-minute Kaizo 3 donation train has left the station. $5 from Sabo Tower, Kaizo 3 donation train, and $50 from Tomato Walrus donating to see Kaizo Mario World 3. We are now at $21,900 out of that needed $125,000. Keep those donations rolling.
You all are incredible. The magic you all pull off with the donations every time we need it is always beautiful to see, always wonderful. Let's keep it going. authorblues losing that Fire Flower again. Able to jump up the stairs of destiny, though, through 8-1, heading into 8-2. That's how math works.
Yeah, so true.
It's so true.
Yeah, we see GTAce up there on the top left. He stomped on 2 Koopas to despawn the Goomba at the end there to give him a better jump towards the, the pillar there. He's going for the pipe jump as well. So it may look kind of deceiving with the pipe jumps because the hitbox for the Piranha Plants is actually at the stem, not at the bulb area. They did fix that in the All-Stars version, but we're able to kind of just do pipe jumps somewhat comfortably.
Oh, we're going to get a rewind right there from Auth. But nice jumping over the middle console.
All right, so he did get a 3 on the timer there, so that is going to give him 3 fireworks, which is going to cost about a second. 6 fireworks cost about around 2 to 3 seconds, and then 1 firework doesn't cost any. So,
the optimal firework. Heading here into 8-3, we have got Hammer Bro Hell in here. And how do you develop any way to know how to handle these Hammer Bros? I always am amazed by you wizards that are able to get past them.
Yeah, so based on frame rules, the Hammer Bros can give you any sort of patterns, so we just have to react to what we're going to be doing. Usually when you're jumping from your, I guess when you're going downward from your ascension, you actually get priority over enemies, so you can just stomp on them fairly easily. All right, so authorblues is heading into 8-4, which is the final level of the game and the challenge itself.
Yeah, right away time here. If GTAce is able to hit this wall jump coming out, I know Auth likes to go for it as well. This potentially could save you a handful of seconds. And this race is really not too far apart. Skybilz entering 8-3 right now. We got EpicCrossover, everybody in World 8. Yep, Auth having to stop, take the block right there.
All right, so in this case, we cannot take the ROM warp in the turnaround room. We have to go through the pipe that's intended. Otherwise, it'll rewind you.
We got one swimming section right here from Auth. One final Hammer Bro that could get in his way. And then the final Bowser fight.
GTA's getting the wall jump there. All right, final room for authorblues.
Oh, that's off the Hammer Bro. What
and
a big job. That is time for authorblues. GTA's coming right up behind him, a 23-24. That is a personal best for authorblues by nearly 1 minute.
Wow.
That is incredible.
Amazing. All right, final room for GTAce.
Oh, I'm gonna try to jump through. Oh.
There we go.
Let's go. Just a casual 5-14. 23-49 for GTAce. Now let's shift our focus over to Skybilz right here as she has entered the water section as well. Still fireballed up on a Tuesday. I think it's Friday, my bad.
Yeah, it's Friday.
You have to utilize it for an even cleaner Hammer Bro kill, or you know what? Who needs it?
Yeah, it's fine.
Mario had to shave off a few pounds. It's fine. Bonk off the Hammer Bro through the hammers.
Nope.
Under the Bowser to Destiny. Let's go, Skybilz.
All right, 24-22. Very good.
Skybilz, that is close to a PB for Sky. That was also really, really good. And now we have got one runner up. We have got EpicCrossover, has made up a ton of time here over the runs ever since the Ice Climbers section. Has been doing really, really good. And now just gonna have to deal with whatever these frame rules are. Again, a lot of what you know about the Hammer Bros is you can kind of react to just what your rewind is. You know then what that movement is gonna be for them. Beautiful stairs from EpicCrossover.
Just one more level.
You got this, baby. Crossover, crossover. And Char, you can give us 3 awesome donations as we come up here on the end.
You got it. We have $300 from Derek MK, who says, greetings from the back couch. Super glad I was able to make it here to see the Nintendo World Championships run live. I know all the runners have been practicing hard and it's going to be a great race. This donation is going towards unlocking Kaizo Mario World 3, which is now at $22,300 out of that $125,000 that we need.
We're going to send that one back.
We also have $75 from Clear Mind, who says, I have to donate to cheer on my favorite host and runner, Skybilz. Let's go, Skybilz.
I just want to give a shout out to all 4 of these runners for just every one of these, like even when it's been tough, like, oh, casual S ranks across the board. Some of the best out there. We got one final. Oh! Let's go, baby. Let's give it up for our 4 awesome runners. authorblues, GTAce, Skybilz, and EpicCrossover with that absolutely, I'll say it, epic jump through those hammers at the end. That was incredible.
Yeah, we'll take that pun right there.
That was pretty good.
That is pretty epic,
I felt pretty good about that one. And I felt pretty good about that performance. Runners, y'all did amazing. Crowd, y'all are doing amazing. One of our most energetic audiences ever. And we are doing awesome here in the donations. Thank you, crowd. Woo! With that being said,